2025 has to be the worst year in UFC history, and you guys cannot tell me no. The UFC just dropped a fight card for UFC 319, and that is the most dog water card I've ever seen. DDP versus Hamzat Chimaev is carrying the card basically, just like UFC 317. Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira is carrying this card, and mind you, they just lost a fight. Paulo Costa had to pull out against Roman Kopylov due to a virus, and now it's being rebooked to 318, which actually helps that card a little bit more because it's still dog water. The next 3 pay-per-views we're getting is not even that good. And mind you, we're not even getting a pay-per-view in September, brother. So what are we, like, we're going through like the worst year. This is the drought. This is the downfall of the UFC probably, and we don't even know it. But let's talk about it. UFC 318 first. There's not even, the BMF belt. Nobody cares about the WWE belt for the UFC. This is obviously Poirier's retirement fight, but they needed to stack this card, and they're not stacking this card. We have Poirier versus Holloway, which is going to be a good fight. I think Holloway's going to win this fight. We have Vettori versus Allen. It's an okay fight. Vettori's on a losing streak. Allen doesn't have good fight IQ like that. Roman Kopylov versus Paulo Costa is going to be on this card. Neil Magny versus Gunnar Nelson. Like, what are we doing with these old head matchups, bro? We literally just had to go watch Chiesa versus McGee, and that was dog water. We have Adam Fujic versus Islam. I don't even care. Islam Askaliskarov versus Bruno Ferreira. That's gonna be a pretty decent fight. Jimmy Crute versus Marcin Prachnio, bro. Like, come on, dude. Jimmy Crute is not that good. I don't even know how he's still in the UFC, but Jimmy Crute's not that good. This is probably the only good fight on the only good fight that's probably gonna be on the prelims. Kyler Phillips versus Vinicius Oliveira. That's gonna be an amazing fight. Nobody cares about this dog water. And then we have this one, which is Robert Valentin losing another fight in the UFC. Well, UFC 318. Why would I pay $80 to watch this? Why? To see Dustin Poirier retire? To cry my eyes out because either one of these two guys are gonna lose? At least stack this card good enough so at least when we get to that event, we're like, all right, let's get the tissues ready. But like, we just had a couple good fights. Dude, this card is so trash. There's not even a title fight. Like, there's not even a belt on the line in this card, dude. Nobody cares about the freaking BMF belt. This card is so trash, bro. And then it's not only that, but 319 is just hot trash. It's garbage. Du Plessis versus Hamzat Chimaev. We want to see this fight. We've been wanting to see this fight. Cannonier versus Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page with a win. He shoots up into the rankings. This is a pretty good fight right here. I like this fight right here. This is probably the co-main. The rest of this card, Meerschaert versus Michal Ovchinnik. Decent fight. Decent. This is trash, bro. What are we doing? Again, two old heads. Nobody cares about Edson Barbosa anymore. Or Drakkar Klose. What are we doing with this fight right here? This is dog water. Bobby Green is gonna get knocked out again by another old head too. It's another old head matchup. What are we doing here, UFC? Amazing fight right here, dude. Amazing fight. Everybody wants to see this fight. Kareem Silver versus JJ Aldrich is the best fight on this card. This is trash. What? Brian Battle versus Nursultan Ruziboyev. I don't even know what Brian Battle's fighting at middleweight right now. I thought he was a welterweight. He just beat Randy Brown. Not really, because I feel like Randy Brown won that fight. I guess this is a decent fight, but it not really. Like, not really. Could be a fun scrap. We don't know. Aya Sakura almost waited a year to fight again after losing to Pantoja for the belt. And they give him Tim Elliott, which we kind of knew that was the only matchup to make at the flyweight division, because the only person that I care about in the flyweight division right now is Joshua Van. And he's fighting in like next week. But it's another boring fight. Like Tim Elliott, dude, there's no hype into this. There's no hype into this. This is just getting Kai Sakura a name. I thought we were going to give Chase Hooper a ranked opponent. Why are we giving him an Apex legend? A guy who went on a horrible losing streak and still managed to be in the UFC in Alexander Hernandez. I thought we were going to give Chase Hooper a challenge, bro. He's going to go out there and submit Alexander Hernandez, bro. Andrade versus Lupe Cortines. This is the fight. No, it's not. Andrade just got submit against Jasmine whatever her name is, the Canadian chick. You already know what I'm talking about, dude. Lupe Cortines. She puts up a fun scrap sometimes, but she's not that elite. She's not elite. Like, dude, 319 is trash, bro. And I know they're gonna add a couple more fights to beef up this card, dude, but let's be honest, bro. These two cards right here are so trash, dog. I cannot believe these are the pay-per-views we're getting, bro. We're getting these pay-per-views, and then guess what? Abu Dhabi, bro. Stacked. Abu Dhabi stacked. Always stacked. Whenever Dana White's going over there to Abu Dhabi, yo, he's sucking on the glizzies, bro. Robert Whittaker versus Rainer de Ritter. Bro, that would have beefed up any of these two cards right here, bro. That could have been a co-main event for this. That could have been a co-main event for this. That would have beefed up those cards, bro. That would have even beefed up 317, bro. Imagine that at UFC 317, bro. We would have been like, yo, 317 stacked. 317 stacked. But look what Abu Dhabi gets. They're going to get Movsar Evloev versus Aaron Pico. We know Movsar's fighting there. We just don't know who. It's probably going to be Aaron Pico. We just say it's Aaron Pico because Patchy Mix had fought Mario Bautista. And look what happened there. So we're just going to say this is going to be there. But not only that, dude. Shermagomedov versus Marc-Andre Barrat. Fire fight right there. That's a fire fight. Shermagomedov is about to get a win. But still, it's going to be a fun scrap. This one right here, it's a fun scrap. Nikita Krylov versus Bogdan Goskov. That's a fun fight. It's not even Petr Yan versus Marcus McGee is on this card, dude. That could have been the co-main for any of these two cards right here. Featured fight to beef up the card, dude. Look what Abu Dhabi gets. They even get the baddie matchup. They get the Gooner matchup in Amanda Ribas versus Tabitha Ritchie, bro. Wow, 319 gets, God, some ugly ass women, and then the stud of the century that hold the belt. While 318 gets trash. Let's be honest, trash. These are trash. Nobody cares. Like, what are we doing, dog? Like, look at this. Bryce Mitchell versus Said Nurmagomedov. That's a fire fight, bro. Bryce Mitchell's fighting a bantamweight debut. Asu Alambayev versus Ramazan Tamirov, dude. That's a fire flyweight fight. Like, why is Abu Dhabi getting these fire matchups, man? And we're getting this trash, this hot dog water. It's not fair. It's really not fair, dude. That Aziz Salashik, whatever his name is, dude, gets his glizzy sucked on by Dana White, and they get this fire ass card. And that's why these two freaking pay-per-views are so weak and they're so trash. And now we're supposed to wait for September to we're supposed to wait until October to get another pay-per-view. That's probably gonna be awful. And then November, and then December. So we're getting 3 more pay-per-views after these dog water of pay-per-views that they're giving us. Like, what are we doing? Like, what the fucking actual fuck are we doing, UFC? Like they just don't care. Like, and the reason why is because they know we're gonna go watch. They know we're gonna go watch. Like, this is an addiction. This is a drug addiction to us. Like, Saturdays, get the crack out. Get the crack out. We're fiending for this shit. And it's like hard, bro, because to be honest with you, I don't even hang out with my friends on Saturdays, bro. I'd rather watch UFC. They even know not to even bang my line on a Saturday, bro, because they know I'm watching UFC. But it sucks, bro, because look at the trash that we're gonna have to watch, bro. That regardless we're gonna watch because shit's a drug to us. But dog, I'm tired. I'm really tired of the UFC this year with these sorry ass pay-per-views, dog. Like come on, bro. Louisiana Lafayette, bro. This is what you guys are gonna get to watch if you go there live. If you guys are paying tickets to go there, yo, you're wasting money. You're even wasting money for the pay-per-view. Chicago. Honestly, I'd pay to just watch this. But the rest of the card, okay, maybe this fight's pretty good. But the rest of the card, trash. Dookie. Gunnar Hooper though, that's my dog. But still, like, look what Abu Dhabi gets. Look what Abu Dhabi gets, bro. Robert Whittaker versus Ranger the Ritter firefight. Niko Evloev. Shermagomedov. Piotr Yan versus Marcus McGee. While we're getting Elliott versus Kaya Sakura. Brian Battle versus Sultan Ruziboyev. There's only one female fight on this card, and then for Chicago there's 2. We have Karine Silva versus JJ Aldridge, which is trash. Nobody cares about them. I don't know what to say anymore, dude. Dana White and the matchmakers just don't care anymore, dude. They only care about Abu Dhabi and Mexico, dude. They were gonna probably beef up that Mexico card and give Yair Rodriguez a title shot, and they probably still are gonna find a way to give him a title shot. Hopefully to God they don't. But I'm done, bro. I'm so done with the UFC, dog. I'm saying that even though I'm gonna watch like this week's card and next week's card and the week after. So I don't know why I'm saying this, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm JNeps MMA. Like and subscribe, and I'm out.